we had already seen a trend even before the pandemic of increased rates of anxiety and depression in girls. But the data that came out in February was really startling to everyone. It's a distinct trend. And so there are unique challenges. And how do we wrap our minds around that as a community? And people were very excited about this idea of being able to support girls and women and learning about how to do that together with their caregivers. As I mentioned, the rising rates of anxiety and depression that were more for females compared to males who respond to this biannual survey of high schoolers was already higher before the pandemic. And the fact that it was increasing more steeply shows that perhaps the pandemic had a disproportionate or a uniquely different effect on girls. And the other thing is social media. We have to think about the access that kids had to social media during that time. And even before social media was digital, we were talking about how do images in the media impact the self-esteem and psychological well-being of girls.
I mean, middle and high school has always been a tough time for girls, going back, decades. Why do you think that is?
What a great question. Yeah, I'm an adolescent doctor and a pediatrician. Maybe I wouldn't have a job if adolescence was not such a tough time. It's an uncertain time in which you are defining and exploring yourself, your boundaries, your powers, who you are, where you want to be. And folks right now, or adolescents right now, are experiencing that on the background of a world that is uncertain.
What are you hoping girls will learn from the summit?
So we're hoping that girls will learn how to support each other through a unique set of challenges and understand that they are not alone, right? So as a group, we can learn how to not compete, but support, be role models for each other.
I know body image is still a problem for girls. Again, what messages do you want to send to young girls who may look in the mirror and don't like what they see?
So one thing that we have been saying with this summit is we don't define girl. I think when people look in the mirror and they see something that they don't like, they're comparing themselves to an expectation. And where does that expectation come from? It could come from social media. It could come from culture, society. It could come internally from what you think you need to be or look like. So anything that helps people understand every kid is special and has value. And one of my favorite things as a pediatrician is finding out what people are good at and what they like. So we need to be more intentional about celebrating that. We need to be more intentional about helping kids recognize the things that they're good at and then being okay if they love something and they're not that good at it yet. Right? So I think there are many ways to build self-esteem and self-worth, and we need to just be more intentional about recognizing, celebrating, and promoting that.